yourself and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom and or bloom. Blossom and or bloom. I am Jessica Sup. I also go by Jet, a Reiki Master Teacher and Intuitive. And today we have a very special healing session for non-stop November but fun. It is never let someone tell you who you are. You know who you are. So today we're going to be exploring being authentically ourselves, authentically connected to those big November goals. And remember, the theme for non-stop November but fun is all about figuring out how accomplishing our greatest goals, our greatest dreams would make us feel, and working on feeling that way now, not paying attention to the external, but feeling that way now, and allowing the universe to bridge the gap with opportunities. So we're working with the energy rather than against it. That's why it's fun. So if you're new to the community, welcome, 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 babies. This is your nightly self-care routine. And for all of my babies who are returning, Mama loves you. Just want to let you know, per usual, how proud I am that you carve out this space for yourself and use this space for whatever you need to do. Whether you need to work on something, or you just want to go to sleep, or you want to do your channeling sessions or healings or any kind of esoteric work. We do a lot here. But my highest intention is really to watch you transform your life to the life you want. I don't ever want you to feel like anything that you've ever gone through is enough to limit where you're going. And what I actually want to do is take it a step further. That any situations that have limited you can in fact propel you much further along than if things were easy peasy. So we talk about a lot of different things. Sometimes it has to do with just rest. Other times it has to do with different techniques, and you can definitely join the Patreon community because we have so many resources of looking at different modalities and looking at these different techniques. And sometimes it's just some TLC, okay? Just give you some care and talk about self-care and setting boundaries and things. So when we start our session off, we started off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, I should have worn my shirt today, because consent matters. Do I have your permission to say a prayer, my little sweetness? Okay, so relax. May I touch you? Okay. Breathe in and out. Just take a couple seconds here. You ready? Okay. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. It's your time, as I work with your energy, to be yourself. The things that you're passionate about, or the things that are important to you, or honestly just sticking up for yourself. It is your time to do that. And your highest healing will come from when you stick up for yourself. When you say, I am valuable enough that I will make sure I have everything I need. You say it too. I am valuable enough that I make sure I have everything I need. I am valuable enough so that I make sure I have everything I need. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your dreams and your goals. Stand yourself that kindness and create the environment that you want. So if you need to learn something and it requires you to study, set up the study environment, set up the time, set up the place, set up the location. And all you really have to do is just force yourself to get started. And that first 30 minutes might be tough, but once you get past that, you're good. Once you get past that, you start to crave it. Once you get past that, it becomes your routine, something that you actually can control. There's so many things in life that we cannot control at all, cannot control it. But there are so many things that we can control. So why not focus on controlling what we can control, especially and particularly when it comes to our own life. And when you breathe your first breath in the morning, I mean, technically you're breathing all throughout the night, but I mean, you know. But when you consciously breathe your first breath in the morning, do you feel like you are waking up the best representation of you? Are you your best representative? Have you done everything you needed to the night before to be like, I'm living my authentic life? I'm not saying, are you being perfect? I'm not saying, did you write a to-do list and everything was accomplished? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, when you woke up, did you feel like, ooh, today I'm going to go out and be myself? Today I'm going to go out and I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to be compassionate and understanding towards myself if I don't get everything done. But I believe that me being myself and feeding my dreams, my goals, my ambitions is one of the most beautiful gifts that the universe gives to share. You feel that way? One thing I used to love to do, and this is a shout out to the Patreon community because we have these right now, are affirmations. I used to read, a positive quote, let it be the first thing I thought about, or I would listen to positive affirmations when I first woke up, and it would be specifically like something like, was I looking at love? Was I looking at health? Was I looking at money? Was I looking at boundaries? Was I looking at career? It just depended on, at that time in my life, like what I would listen to. And as I was building Reiki Healing Hope, those were those moments where I saw the environment around me, but I also knew at the same time that I could vibrate at a stronger frequency within the environment as long they start to want to dip and dabble. And I just watch. And I just am often kind of, it's not that I'm laughing at them. I'm just simply saying, okay, I'm gonna let you make your mistakes. And when you're ready to just allow the universe to bless you, when you're ready to say what you want, and when you're ready to work from a space of peace rather than a space of lack, then you can actually use all of these tools. It's amazing to me how many times I see people just want to quickly, like, how do I get this person, or how do I get this money, or how do I instead of looking at what really needs to happen, which is it time for me to change my vibrational frequency? Why am I trying to manifest something where I'm at, as opposed to why don't I raise my frequency? And it opens up the doors to something greater than I can even imagine in that moment. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're talking about. And oftentimes you do not even have to be as forceful with it. You can just say, hey, I want love to give me peace, or I want money to give me peace, or I want family to give me peace, or I want health to give me peace, and work from them. Like, think about it when it comes to health. If you are stressed out about certain health things and you want your health to give you peace, and you start working on that energetic connection, you'll notice that, oh, here's this doctor that I didn't notice about. Actually, I feel called to go talk to them. And you go talk to them. Oh, here's this treatment that I never knew about, and I feel called to go there. That's usually how things work out. And it's less of like, oh, I want to manifest good health, and now I'm completely fixed. The universe gives you opportunities in the type of way that it is right in front of your face, to the fact that you're like, wow, I couldn't have put this together better. But then at the same time, you know that it was because you connected with the energy. You know it was because you balanced yourself, that you can actually see the opportunities that were right in front of your face, as opposed to cause and effect type of things. You know, it's much more expansive. I want to use the word elusive, but kind of like in the kind of cat and mouse kind of thing, of like, ooh, what's going on? You know, like what are we doing? Like what's this energy going on? But the universe will bring you blessings and opportunities if that's what your energy is at. And you have to work on getting there. So sometimes, especially when you're taking care of your health, if you're surrounded by people who are not vibrating at the frequency that you need to vibrate at, tell them they gotta go somewhere while you're working on getting to where you need to go. While you're working to connecting to the treatments that you need, or connecting with the energies in front of you, or having the optimism to go out and do some further research. I know that in the community, we haven't really talked about health in quite a while, and I think a lot of it has to do with, I never look at any of these modalities as a one-stop fits all for health. I strongly believe that a person should have a team of those in alternative, energetic, conventional, feeding into them, you know, feeding into their health and their wellness. And everything's interconnected. And if you're lucky enough to have access to adequate health insurance or financial means, how lucky are you that you get to lead the team? They're not just saying things to you, you are saying things to them. And you decide who gets the option to help you. You have everything you need within you to solve any problem that you have, to make any change you need. But accept yourself first, and trust that the way that you are